Alright guys, welcome back to another Arcade1Up Infinity Game Table video. Today I'm excited because today starts the day where we're actually going to be showing off some games here on the table and show you guys how it actually functions, some of the features of these games that you guys can expect on this Infinity Game Table. And the first one up today is Scrabble. A lot of you guys have been asking me on the comments, asking me to show a game that requires hidden information. And this is the first of a couple that we're going to be showing here so you guys can get an idea of how all of this stuff works. And definitely subscribe and set up your notifications for my channel, guys, because this is the first of many. We'll be doing a game each day this week and definitely more in the future, so stay tuned for those. But for right now, let's go ahead and dive into some Scrabble.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming tech is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, we're here to show you an overview of Scrabble today to show you guys how it plays and what it looks like on this table. So you can see on the left hand side here, these are the games that I actually own, and the right hand side is the store that shows you the game. So we're going to click on Scrabble here, and this is the interface of the store right now. So you can see you have screenshots for each one. You can see you have a quick little video over there in the corner, and then a little instruction here in the center giving you all the different things that you can do, and then some of the features and highlights of the actual app talking about, local multiplayer and automated scoring and all that stuff. And then if we want to download the game, we just click get. You wait a couple seconds there for the game to download. And then you can see now my dashboard now has a few extra icons there now that I added the 5th app to my list. And now you can see Scrabble shows up there to play. So we're going to click on Scrabble. So you can see there's 3 different options on Scrabble. So it says welcome to Scrabble. Tap the gear icon for settings and more information about your controls and how to play. You can view and add house rules to your game from the settings page. So let's go ahead and click on the settings icon here. Let's see what we have. So you see you have the different games have different options. This one happens to have, you can turn on and off the music, and then the SFX volume there. You can see the controls, how to play, and the dashboard. So if we click on how to play, it will give you an idea here on how to play. You can see you can read through all the instructions here, how the game ends. Gives you some gameplay stuff here. How you can exchange tiles, how you can challenge someone, and how you actually score. So it gives you a little bit of how to play the game there. The 3 options here in the center, some of the games actually offer online multiplayer, so that's what Connect is here on the right. So if you click on Connect, you'll see you'll be brought to your friends list, and then you can invite your friends right into the game if you choose to play with people online. Here in the Save menu, it's really cool because you can access your saved games. So if you're in the middle of Scrabble and the game's 30 minutes in and somebody has to leave or something, you can save your game. The next time you guys are back, the game is saved exactly where you guys were. So let's go ahead and click Start now. So me and my wife are going to be showing you guys a couple of rounds to give you guys an idea of how this works. So you can see that this game is for 4 players, and you can click on the 4 corners there and drag your pieces. So I'm going to drag the blue piece here, and when you drag your piece to a corner, that basically means that now you're going to be sitting in that corner so it knows what side you are on the board. So then we're going to go ahead and hit Start Game. And now you can see what's cool about this game is that the board is now facing my wife's side because it's her turn, and the board knows that she's on the left-hand side of the board, so it's her turn to go. Now, I know a lot of people are always asking this while my wife goes, if you can touch while someone else is touching. So what you could do if you want to see your pieces right now, you could just do this with your hand and click on the up arrow, and you can see that I can see my pieces, and obviously she can't see them. Same thing she's doing on her side. So it's an easy way to do it. It hides your pieces. There's no issues. You can multi-touch, and it's not like her touching and me touching at the same time is going to affect anything. And so it works with no issues at all. If you also choose, in my unboxing video, I showed you guys that it came with some cardboard Infinity Game Table pieces that you can use. If you don't want to use your hand for games like this that have hidden information, you could just put this just like this on the table. It doesn't affect anything. And now when I'm touching the table and my wife's touching the table, we can both view the pieces with no issues here and see the tiles that way. So either way that works. I usually find the hands just easier. It takes up less room. It's not like you're going to be looking at your pieces all the time. But in a game like Scrabble, if you really want to see your pieces the whole time, but you don't want to see your opponent, then just leave this up the whole time and, tap the pieces there. And then you can have your pieces up the whole game and no one else is going to see it. So my wife just played her word. It's date, 10 points. And when that's done, now the board rotates to me because it knows I'm on this side. So now it's my turn, and I can view, again, my things here if I want to think about what I want to put. And let's see what we got here as far as a word. Once you actually have a word, you do need to take the blocker away from you because you have to obviously move your piece where you want it to go. So at that point, you're going to have to move it where you want it to be. And I can just do that. Now, you can hit submit with the check mark here. And it's single QE for 11 points. Now, in this game, it's also a good idea that you need to pay attention to the words that people are making, because people can be making fake words, and you want to challenge them. So you could challenge somebody in the game. It gives you a few seconds when your opponent's looking at it to actually challenge. It pops up there while the word's on the screen, and you can challenge the other person. And if you win the challenge, then obviously they take that card, they take their words back, and it doesn't count. So challenging is definitely a big part of Scrabble, so because it checks obviously the dictionary and then shows you if that word is correct or not. So you can see that she played Gape there, and you can see my little challenge icon. You see how the timer is going down? That's how much time I have to challenge that word if I wanted to challenge. So now I'm going to play my word here. Now, just to give you guys an example, I'm going to play a word that doesn't actually exist. I'll put this here like this. And try to put VEH. Pretty sure that's not a word. I'm pretty sure I just made that word up. So I'm going to hit the green check mark here. And I just got 17 points. But she has a challenge icon. Now it challenged. It said you've been challenged by, and then it gives you the player who challenged. And it will tell you, whoop, whoop, it's not a word. So I lost my turn, didn't get the 17 points, and the turn goes to her. So that's what happens when someone challenges you. And you ended up not, getting anything. And you can see here on the corner here, it shows you how many points you currently have. 11 points. And 78 remaining tiles is what it says here in the game. So she played veto. So that's obviously a good word, so we can leave that as is. Now it rotates back to me again. I'm not even sure if that is a word. I think it's a word, but I don't even know if it's a word. Pretty sure that's a word.
I don't think it is.
That's fine. So
but I'm just going to give it to you because I think it's spelled with 2 E's.
It might be. And I actually had another E too that I could have done if I needed it. But she's not choosing to challenge, so we'll take those points. So we'll play one more round here to give you guys an idea, how the game is played. And then I'll show you guys how a game actually gets saved so you can continue it from a different day if you want to. So this is the cheat move that I like to do in the game that gets me some points sometimes, where you basically just add an S to a word like I'm doing right here. So I'm just doing dates from her dates and taking my 7 points there. But that gives you guys an idea of how the game is played. And you can see what the board looks like, right? So let's say we were done and we couldn't play anymore and we want to save the game. So what you do is you hit the settings icon there, and then you click on the home button. And then you click on saved. And now you can see that your game has saved 2 minutes ago. So if I were to exit this right now, and let's say that we went out of this game completely. Let's say we went back to the dashboard here. And we completely exited the game. Let's say a week later, we come back over here and we click on Scrabble. And we want to continue where we left off. It's a really simple process. You come to here. You let the game load up. You click on your save game there. Click on save games. You see the save game there. It tells you how many people were playing. It tells you the date. February 13th, there's 2 players in there. You hit play. It loads the game for you. And you're exactly on whose turn it was, just like before. And you can continue playing with no issues. So guys, that's a quick overview on how Scrabble is actually played on the Infinity game table. If you guys have any questions or anything, as usual, guys, leave those comments down below. And look forward to future videos this week coming out with more and more games to show you guys how games work on the Infinity game table. Thanks for watching.